I've been trading on the wrong side of the market pretty much this week, and I've found myself in a little bit of a drawdown in one of the FTPs. So I thought I'd talk out loud here. This is primarily for my records, but I just want to keep it on YouTube rather than store it on the hard disk. And if anyone gets anything out of it, that's great, but that's a bonus. So without further ado, we'll look at Monday, and this is just in the FTP that I'm managing. So I had a good Thursday and Friday last week. Not a scratchish kind of positive Monday, which is this trade in front of you, and then a small down day on Tuesday and a bigger down day today. So this trade was fine. There's nothing to say about that. I could have got back in on this trade as we did in the other FTP. I think I covered this in a prior video, but I didn't. So that's something to think about, being aggressive, a bit more aggressive on the second entries. But that is a secondary thing to concern myself about, which will become evident as we move forward. So this one, again, I spoke about this on another video, just missed the fill. Nothing I could have done about that, went in favor. So that was Monday. Tuesday was a bit, Monday I can just say that was good trading and not very good market conditions, apart from that second entry, which in any case wouldn't have gone very far. Tuesday was a bit more of a case of a bit of hesitation. There was a long here from 918, which was taken in the other account, and then we were looking to fade. This was a fade. I'll just get the pen. This was this move here. This is going to work. It's not working. Okay, so this move here from 18 was the fade. So you could be forgiven for skipping that, and in fact I did do that on this FTP. And then this was taken here short, and that didn't work out, and that was also taken on the other one, looking for a bigger move like this. So not much could have been done about that either. Let's move on to 6E on Tuesday. So one win, one loss. This is where things could have been different. We did take a loss here on the other FTP, the joint one, and I didn't take this. And this is where I think there's a breakdown in terms of working the two accounts at the same time. So I think we're gonna end that experiment for now and maybe revisit it and try again in the future. But I don't think it's working right now, because I felt the need, knowing that I'm going to take a trade as well as we are going to take a trade, change things. So I either need to be working on mine or working on our joint account. And for that reason, you could have got long here at 83.5, and that would have worked out nicely. Eventually gone, 11 pips in favor, come back, and then gone off to targets. I can't remember where they were, but somewhere up here. And you would have added in on this bar here. So there's a 6E that's missing. Missing in terms of aggression here at 445. And then finally today, here's where I threw in the towel, so to speak, emotionally. And that was the 18th. I took a short here, stopped near the high, fair enough. Didn't pull the trigger for another short here, which wouldn't have followed through anyway, and then didn't pull the trigger for a long on this side. So I really lost my confidence today. There was a long at 805, and the target was 27.5, and I very well may have added right here at this bar at 14.5. So 5, 14.5. There's another 6E. trade missing. So I've let a couple of very good opportunities on 6E go, and got in on 6J today and completely cocked it up. Went long here, stopped out not so far from the low, but down there, went long 76, got stopped out 70, got back in, added in the most ridiculous place. This would have been the place to add. 78.5 would have allowed me to have a 75 average, which would have allowed me to keep my stop a bit lower and escape being stopped to the tick. So I bought the high and I sold the low on the ad, well, on the combined position. So what was a nice profit on a one lot ended up being a decent sized stop on a two lot by adding one up here, and the blended was like, I can't remember now, but something like, yeah, 78, and then got stopped on two at 73.5 before, as you can see, the bounce there. So that was a terrible, and there was every reason not to add, to be honest, up here, but perhaps I was playing the past and thinking, you know, I've got to add to prove to myself and all that kind of nonsense. So that's what happened there. Like, if I had exited here, given the signals that were there on the 30-minute chart, then it would have been a scratch stroke slight down day. I tried to push it, it didn't work today. Didn't get in on 6E here, and didn't get in on 6E yesterday here. For good wins, you would have got in and scaled in, and these are like $400-500 wins, which would put you right back solidly into the game and at new equity highs again. So not a big deal. We will gear up again. The other thing, big thing, that I'm not doing that I was doing last Thursday and Friday to get those decent results, or that I did last Thursday and Friday, was trade the earlier Central European time open. So you can see here, if you shorted anywhere from here would be a short for me, it's 97, then you go all the way down to as much as nearly 67, so 20 pips there, and maybe you would add, maybe you wouldn't, but that's a good run there. 6E yesterday would have been difficult to hold, so that wouldn't have worked out very well. And then 6J, before I end this video, 6J had a gimme trade, maybe here, 940. You could have got a short there, and of course that's 16, and it goes all the way down. Already that's 20 cents, 20 ticks there, and then if you hold, it just keeps going. So dependent on where the target would have been. So I've missed some good clean runs, and then tried to pick up things, you know. I know 5 o'clock Central European time is a good time for reversals, but the morning is where it needs to be at. So I'm gonna go to bed now. It's 10:30 nearly Central European time, PM, and see if I can get up and trade these next 2 days in the morning. I have both kids tomorrow, so it's not going to be a good day tomorrow, but perhaps Friday. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'm going to throw this video out raw, and I will be back whenever. I may well take a little step back again with videos and just concentrate on what I'm doing. We'll see. So that's it for now. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye for now.